I feel like in the last year, walking pads really exploded, and I've been seeing them all over my For You page on TikTok and here on YouTube. I really wanted to get one, but I've been restraining myself because I just have too many like little fitness things. Like I already have an elliptical, a stationary bike, a trampoline, and then a bunch of other little things. And I don't necessarily have the space to keep them. But a few months ago, WalkingPad.com reached out to me to review one of their walking pads. And of course, I was super excited to try it and see if this is something that I can fit into my routine to help me get more steps, and if this is actually something that I'm going to be using regularly. As I have mentioned in other videos, working from home definitely made my life a lot more sedentary. And this is something that I've been trying to overcome this year. So when I initially got my walking pad, my plan was to be using it at night while I'm watching TV after I put my daughter to sleep. I was going to walk for 45 minutes to an hour instead of just sitting on the couch. But after I actually started using it in real life, my plans kind of changed. And I'll get to that part, but let's start from the beginning. My first impression after unboxing it, it definitely felt much heavier than I expected, but it's pretty easy to move around because it has these two wheels at the front, so it's really no big deal to like lift it and move it around your space. It's also really easy to store because it folds. It can pretty much fit under anything. So when I initially started using it, I was keeping it in my living room and I was storing it under the couch. I like that when you unfold it, it's actually pretty long, so I can really easily do my regular stride, so it's really comfortable to walk on. It comes with a remote that can pause or start a workout. It can switch between manual and automatic mode, and you can also increase or decrease the speed. There is also an app that can do everything that the remote can do, plus some additional things. My biggest concern right off the bat was with the noise level. I'm not sure, again, if that applies to every single walking pad, but I've heard that some tend to be kind of loud. I don't have anything to compare to, unfortunately, but to me, this one also seems kind of loud, even though they advertise it as really quiet. So I've had the walking pad for a week and a half, and I know that my neighbor could hear me. I spoke to her. So I was trying to be like very quiet with it. I wasn't really using it at the highest possible speed. I didn't even know what the highest was. So my neighbor is out right now, so I'm gonna take advantage of this and I'll test the highest speed. I'm gonna see if you can actually run on this walking pad, if it's comfortable and all of that. I noticed that a part of the walking pad doesn't really make like full contact here. So when I tried running, this was like hitting the floor and making a sound. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe adjust it so it makes full contact with the ground. In terms of speed, it goes up to 3.7 miles per hour, which honestly is kind of an awkward speed for me because it's too fast for a walk and it's too slow for a jog. And it doesn't feel very stable for me personally to run on. So I've been using it just for walking at a speed of 2.5 to 3, and that's the perfect walking speed for me. So initially when I put it in my living room, I asked my downstairs neighbor if they can hear it, if it's disruptive. And they told me that they can hear it, but it doesn't bother them. But honestly, I feel like they were just nice about it. So after that, I felt guilty to use it there, and I moved it to my upstairs office where only my family would be able to hear it. So in the last month, I've been using it mostly during work hours, usually during meetings where I just have to listen in. And I also am trying to use it for 10 minutes after every meal for a little walk. So I would say I use it about 45 minutes to an hour every single day. Honestly, I prefer walking outside so much more compared to the walking pad, but it's a good alternative when the weather is not nice or when I only have very limited time and I can't really go out. I have to be kind of responsive and online for my job. It's a great way to fit in a quick walk. I find it too boring to walk on it for 45 minutes or an hour at once. But for me, it feels great to do like a couple of 10-minute or 15-minute walks per day. Overall, I would recommend it.
I personally can't fit a treadmill at home, and the weather is not always nice where I am. So I think it's a great way to get more steps, to fit in a couple of short walks in your day, even if you don't have the ability to go outside. Would it completely replace walking outside for me and trying to get my steps that way? Of course not, but I think it's a great supplement to that. At some point, I would also love to test it out with a standing desk and see if I can work that way and get even more steps, even outside of meetings. I have a link in the description to this walking pad in case you guys want to learn more. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you like my content, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.